It's Jodi Day. It's Jodi Day. Welcome, welcome. In lieu of Nick Stav, since he is working today, unfortunately, still dealing with all kinds of fun union stuff that they're changing the rules around. We have Jodi's legs. Jamie might also be joining us, but welcome everybody. Today is day 7, part 2 of the saga that is Jodi Arias. Interesting. So Nick had a wonderful idea early on in this case when we started dual streaming. By the way, I am streaming both on Nick's channel and my own, so you can catch us both places. And a reminder for people who might be watching this late or just joining us, every Saturday and Tuesday at noon Eastern, 6 p.m. Swedish time, we drop whatever we are doing and we cover Jodi Arias. But Nick had a great idea about placing some Easter eggs, we'll say. There's some Easter eggs out there. I know some of you guys are close to discovering what those Easter eggs are. But we haven't, no one's really kind of hit the nail on the head. So I'm just throwing it out there again. There are some Easter eggs. Mind you, we are day 7 of how many days is this trial? We've got a long time. We've got like, Nick and I, when we started putting this together and kind of scheduling out, we're like, it's going to be more than a year that we're going to be doing this. So you guys have plenty of time. Yeah, hop over. Thank you, Farrell. Hop over to Nick's stream too. You won't miss anything. You go over and like and subscribe if you don't know Nick. He is Swedish. Don't hold it against him. But he covers a lot of U.S. trials as well as other stuff. I know he's doing the Tate case as well out of Romania. So he's got a lot of good stuff on that. But this is Jodi Day. Nothing beats Jodi Day. So we have, if you don't recall, last time we left off, we were in the middle of Jodi's interrogation video on trial, or on, through the witness on the stand. They were playing Jodi's interrogation video. And it was when she first learned that the photographs that she accidentally took while committing a crime still existed. And if you listen carefully to her questioning, she's very shrewd. She wants to know what the police know, so she can come up with her excuses, her justifications, her rationalization to get out of this situation she has found herself in. So she's always asking questions. Well, can I see them? I want to see them all. I don't know if I want to see them. I'm playing, but she really wants to see them so she knows what she's dealing with going forward. But she never breaks. She never breaks throughout the interrogation. She doesn't break throughout the trial. It's very interesting. She's very cunning. And she's also got some other like weird quirks. Like if you watch her, they do side by side of her interrogation video and her in the courtroom, and she makes the same sort of hand gestures and things that she's almost mimicking herself. It's really weird. We're going to see more of that, kind of skipping ahead, as well as I believe this is where. So right now, in the timeline of events in the interrogation, her defense is, I wasn't there. I was never there. And she's trying to justify the photographs being time-stamped with the date and time of the murder, essentially. And then she's going to switch courses, which is going to be interesting to watch. And then she switches them again, by the way, just before trial. So this is not the trade you're looking for. You guys see, I got Rogue One playing in the background. Morning, everybody. Salvador, I gotta say hi to everybody. Christine Jung is in the chat. Welcome. Reindeer. Farrell is always in the chat. Welcome, Farrell. Welcome. And then after this, I know I got to redirect to Salvador's stream because Salvador's doing a stream after this. And I got to make sure I set up the redirect now because I'm going to do that right now before I forget. And before I screw it up so that it doesn't actually go through. Wait, he can't accept redirects. That's right. He cannot accept redirects. All right. Anyways, good morning, CTY. Good morning. All right. Well, I'm not going to wait around for Jamie any longer. Let's get into this. Now, Tuesday, we had a hard time hearing some of the audio. So I captured it, played with the audio a bit, uploaded it again. So the audio should be good going forward. Oh, look who decided to grace us with her presence.
Played with the audio bit, uploaded
I'm
it again. So
I'm muting you because you have your feedback going on there. But welcome, Jamie. Oh. You muted yourself. Okay. All right. So while she works on that, we're going to get going. I did adjust the audio.
Jesus.
Well, wow, you came in hot. Why are you so hot? Why is everybody so hot?
I don't know.
Ooh. All right. Oh, my volume's turned all the way up. That's why. Okay. All right. That'll be better. I only listen to 50% volume in my headphones. Yeah. So I want to make sure everything is loud enough for all of you, and you guys can adjust your volume as required. So it's always really loud in my ear. So I always have to turn my volume down. But morning. Welcome. How are you? Are you excited to be part of Jodi Day?
Yeah, of course.
There, put your legs under you.
What do we got today?
We got day 7, part 2. We've got more interrogation video. And this is where she starts to change tactics from the I wasn't there, it wasn't me, to potentially we might hear about some midnight ninjas or something along those lines. We'll see how we go. Hey, Chandler's in the house. Welcome, Chandler. Welcome. All right. How do you forget the camera with... That's the biggest thing. How do you forget the camera? She's so cunning, right? So this woman borrows gas cans, buys another one, and arranges this whole thing, rents a car so that her vehicle, and there's no trace of her purchasing gas or anything in Arizona. So it just looks like she's taking a road trip through California, never enters the state. She does all this pre-planning, steals a gun and stuff like that, and leaves the freaking camera behind. How is that? I can't rationalize that. Without the camera, I don't know if
did she really think that throwing it in the washer?
Well, she deleted the video, the camera, the photos, right? And I don't think she understood that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When you delete something from a computer, from an SD card or anything like that, it doesn't make it go away. It removes the address, right? So when things are stored, think of it as a plot of land, right? You build a house on that plot of land. Now you want to delete it. Well, you're not tearing down the house. You're removing the address plate so that the computer can't find it. And it says that this is open space that we can do whatever with, but you're not tearing down the house. And it still exists. So there's software out there that can find the house, through brute force or whatever. You can discover it and recreate it and recover these pictures. All you're doing is telling the computer, hey, forget, there's nothing over there. Don't worry about it. Pretend it doesn't exist. We're removing the address plate so you can't find it, and just rewrite over it. And so if you don't rewrite new information in that space, that stuff is still there and it's recoverable. And so I don't think she knew that. But still, why take the chance? Why leave the freaking camera behind? Why leave the SD card behind? It just, none of it makes sense. If only Jodi had known that. I know, right? No. She's not as clever as she thought. All right, but let's get into it. We have about an hour and 44-minute court proceedings today. That will finish up day 7. And then on Tuesday at noon, we'll start day 8. Not brute force. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? It's still there. We could find it. You just can't find the address. All right, let's get going. We'll have a little conference at the Mount here in the morning. We're just watching Jodi. Why is there no audio? There we go.
This is Exhibit 367.
Exhibit 367. Salvador, I know it's not exactly the way I explained it, but it's good enough so we get the picture and we get how Jodi screwed up, right?
What you need to do is you need to apologize to Travis. But you just refuse. Yeah, I can't help you anymore if you're not gonna help yourself.
You asked
I
me
really
prior.
can't. I can't, Jodi. You can keep talking till you blue in the face, man. I can't continue to listen to lies. Do you have anything else that you need to tell me?
Yeah, you asked me what have I been up to in the weeks since I got back.
Mhm.
What did you mean by that?
Just what have you been up to? Because I know this thing has to be weighing pretty heavy on you.
I've been trying to put his death behind me. If I did anything that had anything to do with his death in any way,
It's not if to me.
I wouldn't.
It's not if. It's not if at all.
Well, to me it is. I would be more than remorseful.
Is it maybe something you're blocking out of your head?
I don't think so. I mean, I tend to write everything down. I just finished the book, The Road Less Traveled. And he said, the true definition of sanity is dedication to reality at all costs. So I think at times, I may have,
Wait, what did she just say? The true definition of sanity is dedication to reality at all cost. Where the hell did she read that? Is that the definition of sanity?
prayed or meditated upon a certain way, like
She's so smart.
like
Come
me
on.
being wealthy or something like that. But
No.
Well, this is definitely reality.
All right, let's clear this up. It doesn't matter if it's magnetic, if it's not, if it's a solid state drive, or whatever the hell it is in 2008. The point is that when you delete stuff from these cards and these memory devices, it doesn't go away. It just removes the information to direct the computer or the camera or whatever to where the information is and says, treat it like it's empty space and rewrite over it if you want. But if you don't rewrite over it, it can be found again. That's the point. Yep. Jeez. You guys get all nerdy on another chat.
Inside of an office,
Hey.
the sheriff's department.
Hey.
I thought you
There
were still
he
working.
is.
I may or may not have. I did not break any speed limits on my way home. That's all I have to say about it.
Well, welcome. So I guess we don't need Jamie anymore.
Aw.
Sorry, I cut you out. I pulled you
I
down.
mean-
I didn't hear what you said.
No, I said I thought he was going to say I may or may not have quit my job today.
Well, welcome. You didn't miss much. We're just starting it, and I'm in an argument with the chat about how memory devices work. I tried to simplify it all. The point I was trying to make is that when you delete things from your hard drive, from your computer, from your flash drives or whatever, the information doesn't go away. The ones and the zeros aren't, wiped out. It's just the information to direct the device to that information is removed. And so unless you rewrite it or write over it somehow by saving more stuff, you are not deleting the content. And that's how she got busted, and she was dumb for leaving the camera behind. She could have tossed it in a ditch. The gun disappeared, right? The gun's never been found. She could have tossed it in a ditch on her way out of Arizona. She was just really dumb. Yeah. So anyways, we're ready to proceed. And then she spouted off with some bullshit philosophical thing about sanity, and we're moving forward. But I think this is where we're going to start getting into her alternative theory that someone broke in and attacked her and Travis. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Yay.
You are facing first-degree murder charges.
what is the
And you
difference?
are going to be booked into jail, and eventually you will be brought back to Arizona, and you will stand trial. That's the reality. And once you realize that, I think you'll be better for it. And if you really wanted to embrace reality, you would sit here and explain to me why this happened. But you refuse. You refuse to embrace reality.
I don't know why he was killed. I don't know why. I had issues with Travis. If anything, he had more issues with me. I've had worse issues with other people. They're all still alive. I'm still friends with my ex-boyfriends. They're all still alive.
You know, I've been doing this a long time. And there's one thing that
I had issues with all my other boyfriends, and they are still alive.
Do we need to watch this again? Because that's her famous line. All my other boyfriends are alive. Let's get this.
I don't know why. I had issues with Travis. If anything, he had more issues with me. I've had worse issues with other people. They're all still alive. I'm still friends with my ex-boyfriends. They're all still alive.
you know, I've been doing this a long time. And there's one thing that
Next to what she said Tuesday, which was if Travis was here, he would tell you I didn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with her logic, right?
Mm.
never get out of my head.
If I had his corpse
Ever since
right
the first year I
here,
talked to
he
you.
would tell you.
There's an old saying that, you know, someone's just not acting right. Look into it. You have not acted right from day one. From day one, when I talked to you on that phone, I just sensed that you weren't acting like somebody who used to love this guy or who still loved him, even as a close friend. And even now, when I told you that I have all this evidence against you and that you're facing first-degree murder charges, you're just not acting right, Jodi. You're acting like somebody who's guilty.
So,
You tell me. I know because I've been doing it a long time. It's
It's
taken
not
me a
that I
long
don't.
time to figure it out. But within the first 30 seconds to a minute of the conversation, I know when somebody's acting right. There's a certain way people act.
how did I act
Okay,
that would
it's
make
not
you
like-
think?
It's not like TV. It's not anything like that. It's not what you see in the movies. I see reality. When I accuse somebody of committing a heinous crime or something very serious, reality hits in, and they definitely act a certain way. And that's not you. You act just like everybody else who I accuse of doing a crime, who did it. There's no other way to tell you.
Is it because I'm not crying?
No. It's not because of that.
What is it? I mean, I'm not going to change how I act.
No, obviously you can't change the way you're
No, I
acting.
mean, I am who I am.
Okay, you're sincere in the way you're acting. But
Well, how is
you're just not telling the truth.
How is it different?
Well, it's not really something you need to focus on anymore. I think you need to focus on the truth, but it's something that you refuse. So if you don't want to continue, then we'll just move on to the next step.
Listen, it's not that I didn't love Travis, and it's not that I don't still love him, but I really needed to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And the last,
What prevented you from moving on? Nobody was preventing you from moving on.
well, the only person preventing me really from moving on was myself. And until I made that step and I moved back, moved away, and we communicated gradually less and less and less, and I was fine with that. I haven't found the man that I want to marry, the person I want to spend my life with. But in my mind, Travis did, and I was happy for him. And I thought there was also a part of me that felt, if I stay, I'm going to jeopardize that for him as well. We both deserve to be happy. We both deserve to have, be married in the temple. And that's where he wanted to go. So, I mean, I didn't know that Mimi didn't feel that way. I had never spoken to her except at church when I came down to Arizona. It was really brief. And it was the bishop who told me that, she had essentially turned him down. And the last few, now that I think about it, he was really just you know, and his attitude and stuff. And I just thought maybe that's just because we're just beginning to more distance ourselves. And you know, he still had his trip planned to come up here. I just the reason I don't know. It's not that I'm not remorseful that he died. I didn't kill him. I didn't take his life.
Did you have anything to do with it?
I have nothing to do with his death at all. At all. The reason I hesitate is because maybe this is something that's wrong with me psychologically, is I think of the butterfly effect. And it's like, you could say that the guy pumping gas down at the gas station could have potentially, because you see all these.
Nick, I think you got a gifted membership.
Yeah, Elise Lane, she gifted one membership, and she said that she received a gift membership yesterday and paid it forward. So Jim Gerard was gifted a membership. And welcome, Jim Gerard. Welcome, Elise. There are members-only content on my channel. There's currently an important vote going on. So please, if you're a member, go in and vote for the alternative that you feel is most reasonable for you.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
These movies, these funky movies where it's like this affected this, which affected this, which affected this, if he had never done this.
I know if you had never met him, he probably would still be alive.
That's true.
Yeah, that's because you killed him.
No,
Jodi, you did.
I did not.
Jodi, you can't convince me otherwise. Unless you
This is about 2
But you did,
weeks
but I can't
after
prove
you should have
it.
lawyered up.
No,
2 weeks after she should have lawyered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
couldn't have.
Well, what about if the car comes back that it was never even in that area?
It still doesn't negate the fact that we have this other evidence.
Everything
Yeah, now
she's
she-
doing is trying to gather information and figure out an
This is
excuse
absolutely some of the
or
best
a way
evidence I've ever
around
had in a case.
the accusations.
And I convicted a few people on less than this.
Well, so I'm as good as done, right? Without evidence.
He's not under arrest at this time, right?
Yes.
I just can't.
Yeah, she's been arrested in California, I believe, at this point, and brought in to Arizona for these questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this, well, had she had a lawyer, this interview would have been over long ago. But now she, up until the interviewer actually, we know you did it. That from her was rehearsed. She had everything thought out. She thought, I believe. Now
Okay,
she has to wing it.
I might be wrong. This might be in California for the interrogation, as Ant is saying, but she has been arrested at this point.
Okay.
So
Admit to something that I didn't do. If it would help my case and give me an easier sentence, I know that people plead guilty for those things.
No, and I don't want you to do that. That is the absolute last thing I want.
Well, I know
What
that.
I want to do is I want to sit here with you and I want to go over why you visited him that day, what you guys talked about, what caused you to get so angry, and the details on how it happened. And it's something that you
I was
probably
muted.
don't
He had
want
another
to remember,
girlfriend. That's why she was.
but it's
injured.
something that I need. Because for me to finish a case completely, I need to know not just the details, but what was going through your mind. Because I need to present that as a full picture. Because if I don't feel that I've completed my job.
No, I believe you.
Then my job is to speak for him.
The important part is for her legal rights is that this is after her arrest. So she's been arrested. So she has the right to counsel and all this stuff. Well, I mean, she had the right beforehand, but presumably they would have Mirandized her and told her that she has the right to counsel, and she's still not accepting that. People, talk to attorneys. Don't talk to cops.
Not anybody else. My job isn't to speak for you. My job isn't to speak for his family. It's to speak for Travis. And I know something horrible happened that day. Absolutely horrible. Something that could have been avoided. Whether something was planned, I don't know. Whether you planned it or whether it accidentally happened or something got out of hand, I don't know. All I can do is speculate. And I want to believe that you're not this cold-hearted person that could just go out and do something like this to somebody. I want to believe that, like a lot of people, things got out of control, and before you knew it, it was too late. That's what I want to believe. And that's truly from my heart. Because I sit here and I talk to you, and I'm talking to you now, and all those conversations we had on the phone, and I don't see a cold-hearted murderer like you would see on TV or that I've seen before sit across from me. That's not what I see in you. And I'm gonna call it begging. I'm begging you to at least come clean and tell me why. Because
that's a very true statement, right? Would have saved his life.
Because it's gonna follow me forever.
I wish that I had answers. I'm sorry.
You need to just let the answers come out.
There's just no reason. There's just no reason.
There's no good reason why this happened. There's never a good reason why somebody dies like this.
How many times was Travis stabbed?
More than I want to remember. And I'm not going to sit here and show you pictures of him after the fact. I don't do that. That's not how I work. That is not for me to do. But eventually those photos will come out.
Yeah, she has tried the entire interview, been very interested, and all of a sudden, waterworks.
Jodi, we're here now. We're right here.
Is this real?
I think you're feeling the reality in the moment now.
I think she is.
No.
Now I'm just feeling all of the things that I'm going to potentially miss out on with my family, and I think of all the things that Travis's family is going to miss out on with Travis.
Okay, no, that's fake.
And he had brothers and sisters, and I have brothers and sisters. And
So fake.
Great lashes, Jamie.
it's not fair.
Jamie, this is for you.
It's not fair, but this is where we are.
I mean, I know that he's
Great.
in a good
Lashes.
place, and I know that he's fine. I know that he's doing great. But what about all of his friends, all of his family that are here and they're just going through all of this? And I know that it's temporary, but it's so very much right
I
now.
think she's not wiping away tears.
I
Yet.
think if there are tears, they're for her, not Travis.
There's just no reason I would
Yeah.
ever want to hurt him.
Whether you want to is a different question.
I'm just saying.
I don't think you
I
want
can easily make myself sound like that if I wanted to. On point. Right now.
By pulling out one of your eyelashes.
So,
I
No, I could just think about dogs, and I can instantly like put on a show for you.
Take a look at Exhibit 368.
Is this where she sings and stands on her head? It's funny. She kind of displays all of her strategies all over the place, right, Farrell? She's like, first it wasn't me, and then they show her the pictures, and she still says it wasn't me, and then she starts crying, feigning innocence, and
I have to maintain my innocence. I can't admit to doing something that I haven't done. Part of me wants to cop out and say it.
No.
Well,
If you're gonna cop out, it's because you're telling the truth.
well, that's not really copping
Okay.
out.
Yeah, I don't want you to sit here and tell me a lie to appease me. That is the worst thing you can do for me. But back there in that mind of yours is somebody screaming to get out and tell me what happened, but you just cannot.
He has done nothing but, except for some mean words that he said. People have said worse to me, or just
she's got to then
stuff
eventually
like that.
shift
He's helped
to
me, given me
self-defense.
money. He was selling me his car on the
Then why?
easiest,
Then why,
lamest
Jodi,
terms
why?
ever. There's no reason why.
It just happens.
I don't know if the handstand is to come or if it's already been. I don't remember.
It's to come. We haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Because
So
she's
after
left
this
alone for a little bit,
conversation,
and then she starts singing and talking to
did you then have
herself, and then
another
she's left alone
conversation with the
again.
defendant after that day?
Yes, I did.
What day was that?
It's the following day, 16th.
Was it at her request or was it at your request?
I contacted her.
I forgot.
At the end of this
Min is yoga
conversation we
train,
had on this
yoga
day, I
instructor.
asked if she wanted to continue the conversation at a later time, and she agreed.
And the later time was the next day?
Yes, it was.
Did you actually then speak to her, or was it somebody else that actually began to speak with her?
Another detective spoke with her.
And this detective, which jurisdiction was this detective from?
She worked for the Siskiyou County Sheriff's Department.
What was his or her name?
Miss Blaney, Detective Blaney at the time.
Take a look at some of the snippets involved in that particular conversation.
You still think she does yoga in jail? She doesn't look that bad for being 40-ish, 40-something. Interrogation Antics should be a YouTube channel. We could start that. Just like it's just crazy interrogations. That's all we do.
Mm.
Glad she didn't do a downward dog. Well, she kind of did. We've seen the photographs. That was on 2 weeks ago or 2 streams ago.
Last Saturday.
Last Saturday? Yeah, so a week ago.
Yeah.
Her downward dog pose. Naked.
Yeah, she's 43 or 44 now.
The stream that has all kinds of X's and red dollar signs on my analytics and can't be touched. Let's see. Channel JCS are interrogations, but not just. Yeah, we just want to do the crazy fun ones.
Hmm.
Chandler, I miss seeing the reverse butthole. You could go back. It's just not as fun when it's not live, right? I guess. But no, go back and watch it. It's interesting.
It's Saturdays, and it's 18 plus for reasons, but I still got a notice the day after. We have locked your stream for 18 plus. Yeah, no, I did it but I reckon it might be because they don't want me to take away the 18 plus.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
Mm.
It's like we know you already self-restricted it, but we're going to also restrict it.
Mm.
You see this entry up here on June 4th, 2008 at 11:48 p.m. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Is that entry or is that time before or after what we see in Exhibit 162? And if you want, I'll give you the,
I can see it. It is after.
so that call was made after this incident here in the photograph.
It is after Travis's death.
Chandler stole somebody's kids. Yes, took them on a train.
There was another detective that conducted the questioning. Were you present for it?
Yes, I was.
Welcome, Corn
Yes.
Pope, over to
I'm
mine.
going to show you exhibit number 3.
Yes, Nicholas and I are dual streaming, so you guys can watch us both and give us both thumbs up and share with your friends and all that good stuff.
Was the suspect, Miss Arias, advised of her Miranda warnings the second day?
Yes, she was.
The second day? So she wasn't advised of her Miranda warnings the first day? That's interesting. Chandler, please return the children. Please return them.
And does that contain the warning?
Yes.
May we approach?
You may.
Chandler is cosplaying as Mo this weekend. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Fast forward. The one thing about this particular video I grabbed, all the sidebars are still in there. So we'll just try to skip through these. I just wanted to make sure. That's Travis's sister, by the way, and his father to her right. Which she has an interesting look.
And that's his other sister.
Yeah.
He just,
That's his other sister. That's his two sisters. I don't
I
know who's
believe
behind.
I believe his brother is in the background as well.
Okay.
And in fact, you asked her questions about what had happened, right?
Yes. Yes.
And she provided you responses, right?
You're the expert. Thank
Yes.
you.
Take a look at this other exhibit. Does this contain another version of events? This is Exhibit 381 that the defendant gave you as to what had happened involving Mr. Alexander.
Yes, it does.
I move for the admission of Exhibit 381.
Apparently, the expert's a fan and reached out to me, and I'm very honored. I was on his show a little bit last night, and I'll be on again tonight, so check it out. I don't know what time because he hasn't messaged me nor set anything up. That's cool. Just leave me hanging and spontaneous stream expert. And I slept through because of my. I blame Nick. I slept through Steve Gosney's stream. I got an invite to that, and I drank a bottle of wine on Nick's stream yesterday, and I promptly fell asleep, and I missed all the invites to Nick Gosney's stream. But I made it to the expert, so that was good. Why is it the defense counsel he acts like this is the first time he's ever seen these things and he can't read them? Put your glasses on, man.
Yeah, on Tuesday streams, he had an interesting positioning of his. He started reading, and then he put his glasses not like a normal person, like up here. No, he put them.
Like, yeah, it was like right there. Yeah, it was right there. It was weird.
Mm.
Now he doesn't apparently have his glasses this afternoon. This is the same day, mind you.
Mm.
Oh my God, we don't need to sit here and watch you flip through papers, man. Oh, more sidebars. I do like that other stream that we captured with the sidebars removed.
Oh, good, more CDs.
You can't see your messages through the glasses.
Yeah,
Looks like Daryl Brooks, who isn't Daryl Brooks.
Yeah, and for you who are completely new to this, her lawyer was later on disbarred because he wrote a tell-all book about her and this trial.
Yeah, the fastest way to get disbarred is to reveal attorney-client privilege.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just really the fastest way to just lose your license to practice.
Yeah. Oh, she's in a prison jumpsuit.
Yeah, so this is day 2. So they were setting it up with the witness. So this is day 2. She has now been read her Miranda. Apparently she wasn't the first day. Interesting. They have a roll of toilet paper on the table. That's fun. Will that come into play later? But yeah. So this is the next day, I guess.
Mm. Yeah. I know she sued her lawyer for the income from the book. But
yeah,
I don't know the result of it because I can't find the actual lawsuit, only news articles about it.
You can do it, yeah, because it's the client's privilege. So if the client waives it, the client can. It's 100% the client's privilege. If you're going to get permission from a client, though, you always get it in writing, and you make it very clear what the limits of that right released are. Even then, you still run the risk because at the end of the day, it's the client's privilege, not yours.
Yeah. Is it because he couldn't go? And you guys still wanted to
I don't know if he cared.
Yeah.
When his trip the second
at
time
the time,
postponed,
this was a highly publicized trial.
Probably
so I would guess
last
he
week of
made
May,
quite a bit of money on it.
You know, it was kind of obvious.
Yeah, he might have had. I mean, because I know he's on court TV right now, so he might have had offers to do something else, and then was just like, all right, I'm going to write this tell-all book. I'm not going to practice anymore. I'm essentially going to retire. I'm going to write this book, cash that in, and then if they end up disbarring me, oh well.
Listen, after Cancun, I have like 2 weeks that I have nothing going on before I go to DC. And he's like, I think that's the best time. He's like, I'm going to see if it works out for my friends up north, which would have been Chad Perkins, his friend, and now his wife. And then we can do it all then. And I said, all right. But at that time, I was like, whatever. We'll see. I might just not see you till I go back to Utah when everyone convenes it. And you there, which everyone's going to do at the end of the month.
So did he know you were coming? The first day?
I wasn't even, like, I had been talking with Ryan at this point. And obviously there's a distance there, and that was difficult. And he really wanted to spend time with me, and I really wanted to spend time with him. And it just seemed like he had made a few comments. When am I going to come out there? And, you know, I was like, as soon as you want, you know, but I didn't think he was serious. And
was this Ryan you're talking about?
Ryan Burns.
Ryan Burns was the boyfriend that testified the other day too. That was Jodi Arias' kind of on again, sort of serious boyfriend. But by the way, I did want to mention Murph's Turf gifted 5 memberships on my channel. Thank you very much. Corn Pope, which I'm surprised you're not a member. You probably had a gifted membership that expired, but welcome back. Iris, Malcolm Wilhelm, Billy Marie, and Bren all got gifted memberships. Yep, I think that's it. Yeah, I got gifted memberships thanks to Murph's Turf. Thank you very much for that.
So finally, things began to work out at Casa Ramos with my schedule. just the Mexican restaurant, and I have a 3-day weekend there. So I thought I'll take this opportunity and go see Ryan, and that was my intention.
What happened when you left? Why did you go the other way? That's my question. Is why go to see Travis if you're going to see Ryan as well? And did Travis know you were coming? He knew? I saw you kind of shake your head a little bit at him.
This is hard.
It's okay. Did he know you were coming? Did you guys talk on the phone? What was the discussion about?
Gordon Hinckley mostly.
The last conversation you had?
The last long one, we talked a little bit prior to.
Did you guys talk when you were en route to Phoenix?
Yeah. Just briefly. Told him my phone was dying, which is true. I thought I left my charger in Monterey with Matt. I really honestly thought that I left my charger there, and I had been talking all day between just on the phone. I take lots of pictures of myself.
It is hard to come up with a lie on the spot, right? So maybe just don't talk. Right,
Yeah.
Nicholas?
Yeah. Just do what you didn't do with Travis. Clam up.
Exactly.
I know.
I noticed.
Because I'm kind of picky about it, and I guess I take them and I'm like delete. I will take like 20. I'll be like delete.
Keep one.
Yeah, keep 2 or 3 or 1 or none. depending.
Iris.
And,
Iris.
so I talked a little bit with John Dixon, who I was maybe going to go to San Diego. There's another place on the list there too.
That was in the same trip?
Yeah, it's a little ambitious, but I thought.
Gosh, that's like 2,800 miles.
Amy wants to get off camera for Saturday. She wants to go hang out in the chat.
Mm.
Jamie?
The dogs keep barking, and
Oh,
so
okay.
I am going to just hang out in the chat.
Well, thanks for
Totally
joining me and
myself.
subbing for Nicholas for the whole 5 minutes you didn't show this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right? All right. Well, I will see you
All
later.
right, have a good one. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you.
It doesn't bother me except.
Oh, it's only you and me now, David.
That's right. We can
Yep.
hang out. There's no ladies around. It's just the guys.
Yeah.
Just us guys.
And driving
Yeah, I love
45 minutes somewhere.
Yeah.
I can add Jody's legs
Yeah.
right here under
Effort.
you.
Yeah, that's a good. Just about
Hold
an
on.
hour. Anyway, it's a pretty drive.
Hey, looks like
so-
mine now.
It was a little ambitious, but I like road trips, and sometimes I have a realistic view of things, unrealistic about my time. And I tend to show up a little later than expected, which is not unusual for me, but
So he knew you were coming. He was expecting you. Now, obviously, you guys had, a little encounter. And is that when those pictures were taken?
Yeah. Whatever she was listening to, she wasn't listening to us.
Did he even show you those pictures?
I wave at her on the panel. She does, doesn't she? Actually, so we have a current photo of her, and she really looks half decent in orange.
Yeah.
I pulled it down. I was trying to clean up my
I feel
computer
really
and got rid of
powerless
that.
in here. Do you know what my family is doing today? Do you know if they're good?
I haven't talked to them today.
No.
I know they're worried.
The wall is reserved for special guest appearances only.
Everybody's just kind of in limbo right now.
Is there any
So
way?
obviously there was nobody else in the house when you got there. His roommates were gone.
See, this is where she goes
Well,
into
there was
the
Napoleon, but
we were attacked by
He's a
strangers.
person too.
Hmm.
yeah, I got to meet Napoleon.
He's so awesome.
But nobody else was there.
I think his roommates were there.
You think his roommates were there? Were there cars there? You would have had to have seen their cars. You parked in the driveway, right?
Yeah.
One roommate parks it in the garage and the other one parks it outside.
Well, I know Zach would park on the street a lot when I lived there before. I know he pulled his car into the garage whenever he would work on it.
What makes you think his roommates were there?
I asked him.
What did he say? Who was home?
He said they were there. But I don't know who. The reason I asked because it's kind of an indication of how quiet we have to be.
What time was that? Do you remember what time you rolled in?
Mm,
Remember, nobody saw her car.
Right.
Nobody saw her there. There's no
Mm.
witnesses that she was there.
Mm.
She just now
Yeah.
put herself at the crime
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
She could have kept going with the. Oh, I
What's
can't
it?
explain the dates and times on the camera.
I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, as she's currently sitting there listening to it in the courthouse, she's definitely thinking that.
You're pretty sneaky.
Hmm.
You go up there and your roommates don't even know you.
And
I do that many,
I'm
many
quite
nights.
sure
How did they
her
not see you?
current and previous
Um,
lawyers had said, "Why didn't you lawyer up?"
Yeah.
I don't know. I was
Oh,
parking.
you know what? Zach was house sitting for his girlfriend. His girlfriend was on a trip with on a cruise with her parents, and he was staying the night at. I think he stayed the night at.
That makes sense because I want to say that his roommate, he said his roommate was home, but I don't remember, but I think he said one roommate.
One roommate.
Yes,
Enrique, he gets up about
and
5:30,
if I'm
6
correct,
o'clock
then
in the morning.
Enrique has the room that shares the wall with Travis's room. Which is like,
Yes,
and you know, it's a KB home. Travis always says the walls are really, really thick.
yes. They skip on that part. Yeah, so Enrique was home, so you were in about 2 or 3 in the morning. But he gets up about 6, and no, he leaves the house about 6 in the morning.
Oh, Brandon, I had a hell of a day yesterday. I don't know if I'm going to continue today. You missed it yesterday.
Did you guys spend the whole day together then? That following day? Did you guys go anywhere? Stayed in the house?
Slept.
No, after a long trip, I'd sleep too.
Travis stayed up all night waiting. He was watching something on YouTube. Some stupid video. He's like, you gotta see this. And I'm watching and I'm like, this is
Yeah,
so
who would watch
boring.
stupid videos on YouTube?
I'm like, what? I was like, what's the point of that? And he's like, just stupid, pointless stuff. I'm like, okay. I guess everyone's gotta have their time to binge out. Being so driven and deep as he is, portrays himself to be, it's just funny that he watches stuff like that. It wasn't anything profane or bad, or vulgar. It's just like people like dancing, but they had like boxes of foil on their head, and it was just like weird, like robotic kind of music.
The pictures that I showed you of you laying on the bed and stuff, is that when those were taken that day?
Yeah, we also made a video. We deleted it
Video on that,
on his camera.
on that camera.
Did you get it?
Videos are hard to get once they're erased. Take up so much room,
Yeah.
and whereas pictures are a little different.
Yeah, I know. I want to know what YouTube
Um,
channel he was
What
watching.
happened after that? What went wrong? I know that the last photos of him were taken about 5:20, 5:30. And you said he doesn't like you to take pictures of him and stuff.
He was very private about the shower. Like we,
Is that why you were taking pictures of him in the shower?
no,
He was
Trying to
very
get back at-
pregnant
no.
about the shower.
Um,
What word did she use?
I didn't catch that.
I'm gonna rewind it a touch just because I want to know what she said. Something about the shower.
He was very private about the shower. Like we.
I don't know what she
That way you were
said.
taking pictures of him in the shower?
No. No.
Trying to get back at him.
No.
I'm surprised he allowed you to take pictures of him in the shower. The first few looked like he
Oh, private, very
wasn't
private about the
comfortable,
shower.
obviously whatever you were saying to him made him a little more comfortable.
I remember very clearly.
Yeah, but he's lying nude on the bed, allowing her to take pictures of him.
What went
The
wrong?
shower's private time.
Did he say something to you? Were you angry about something? Were you frustrated? What was it?
Who's Christina Randall?
Oh, Christina Randall is an American YouTuber and former inmate at the Florida State Prison.
I don't know what it was.
Was she an inmate before or after 2008?
What are they going to do with the rental car? Are they going to bring it here?
There were several photos of him, and the last one that we have is him sitting in the shower.
She began
That's
vlogging
what
on
I
YouTube
think it happened.
2016. And that was after
Looking up at
she
you.
was an inmate.
Okay.
What did you do?
How coincidental, I guess. I was watching that on that night.
What happened, Jody? You've gone this far.
So Souffle, I don't think there are any videos of
But you plan
Zach's
on doing that
interrogation
full time?
because, well, he did some initial statements in the first two interviews. Yes, they were presented on trial. The first interview, I think, then he clammed up.
But I don't think they were played at trial. They do exist,
Yeah.
but I think they were excluded somehow because I didn't see them at trial at all.
Yeah.
No interrogation videos were played at trial.
Yeah. Yeah, because the prosecution at the trial tried to held it against him that he could have said anything. No,
Yeah, I don't know how that was
a
allowed.
violation. Yeah, damn Schroeder, you bastard. Sorry.
We were watching the Peterson trial a bit yesterday too in my Discord, and that was Judge Schroeder, but he was a lot younger, and he was like I don't know, more intelligent. He was way past his prime for Zachariah Anderson.
Past his, yeah, that's I could use other words, but yeah, past his prime is a
being
good
gentle.
one.
He's an old man.
Like, yeah, like 5 to 10 years past his expiration date.
All right. I'll go with expiration date. Well, that sounds better.
Yeah, watching him in Zachariah Anderson was drinking a month-old milk.
Yeah.
Tell me. I don't believe you planned it. But then I don't understand why you took a gun with you.
The one where the guy poisoned his wife. I
Where
can't
did that
remember
come
his
from,
first
then?
name. That case.
And
Where'd you get it?
Joe at
Everybody says he didn't have one.
about how good he was at the Rittenhouse trial. Joe at what's his channel's name now again?
Logic.
Good Logic.
Yeah.
He did not like Schroeder during the Rittenhouse trial. Everybody remembers, don't get brazen with me, because he's many words, likes to shout, likes to ramble, but nothing comes of it. It's a show.
It wasn't Peterson. It was Mark Jensen. That was the case we were covering.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So the idea is that Rittenhouse was acquitted in spite of Judge Schroeder, not because of.
Mm.
Where did you get it? If you didn't take it. Did he have one in the house?
Not to my knowledge.
Then where did you get it? Did you bring it with you? Did you get it there in Arizona?
I didn't ever have it, actually. I didn't have it in my possession.
Then who had it? If you had it and Travis didn't have it, then who had it? Jodi, please.
I can't.
Why not? Are you protecting somebody else?
Ooh, somebody else. That's the angle I'm going to go with now.
Why would
Ninjas.
somebody else do this?
I don't know.
Did someone catch you there? Someone not expecting you to be there?
I was seeing my car.
Then who was it?
Hey, been there. Welcome.
Yeah, and general advice: if you're out of ideas on what to say during an interrogation, in which you should have lawyered up a long time ago, don't go for ninjas.
It's always a bad move. Take it from Letitia Stout and Jodi Arias.
Mm.
No, Letitia was vampire. Sorry.
I can tell you. Tell you everything that I know or that I remember.
Okay. What do you remember? From the time you were taking pictures to the time you left. What happened?
Well, unless you have actual evidence that it was
What happened
ninjas.
after that last picture was taken?
Yeah, without the pictures,
You have to tell me.
Composer C, without the pictures, and if she hadn't phoned in every 2 days to get informed, she might have gotten away with it.
Pirates could work out on the high seas. Pirates
If you
did
want
it.
me to believe that somebody else was there, you have to show me. You have to explain to me what happened. Otherwise, it was just you. And if that's the case, that's okay. That's okay as well.
It's better if
It's okay. Just tell me everything you did.
If everyone thinks that it was just you. No, it's not.
It is really no idea.
I do have
No
an idea.
idea.
No cats today.
You're going through your own things right now.
Killer spiders.
If somebody else was there with you, we need to know that. Why would somebody do that? Just because you're there with Travis?
He didn't say.
Hmm?
He didn't say.
He didn't say?
They.
They. What was the first thing they did to him? You were there. You saw it. What was the first
I
thing you saw?
actually didn't see it. I heard it first.
Was there an argument? No?
Not between Travis and I.
Any argument between anybody?
Is there any way I can see those pictures?
No, not right now.
Can I see them soon? I will. No.
Because
You
she's
started
smarter
to
than
let me know what
everybody.
happened. You're telling me that some other people were there. You know how much
She had
that concerns me?
everything figured out.
By the way, there's a new emoji on my chat.
I don't
The
know who they
ninja spider with a syringe.
know or they know where my parents are, or I don't know if they know where my grandparents are, but they got my address and they know where my family is. Sorry.
So you're trying to say you're doing this to protect your family? Why would someone do this to you and to him?
I don't think they really intended to do anything to me.
You're saying somebody followed you all the way to Arizona from here?
No, I don't think that. I think I was an element of surprise for them.
You were an element of surprise. So they didn't expect
I'm
you to be there?
guessing. I don't think so.
They didn't expect you to be there.
I mean, they had to see my car.
Is it someone who lives in Mesa local?
I didn't recognize me.
Well, you have to give me a motive. Why would they do this? Were they going after Travis? For what reason? You
Yeah,
tell
she-
me this, but you
with
give me no
everyone.
reason.
They didn't discuss much. They just argued
About what?
about whether or not to kill me
For what reason?
because I'm a witness.
A witness of what?
Him. With Travis.
Of Travis's murder.
Yeah, but I didn't really witness it. Didn't see much.
Oh, here we go.
I just oh.
You need to make this believable because it is not believable to me right now. You need to give me.
Hey, Danielle, welcome. Happy birthday yesterday.
Okay.
Happy birthday,
I just
Daniel.
listen.
I am listening,
Yeah,
Jodi. I
I
am
know.
listening,
I'm
and
just
it doesn't
saying.
make any sense to me.
It's fine because my family will.
Well, help us protect your family. If that's the case.
They got my driver's license. It has a PO box on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they got my registration out of my purse, which was in the purse that I was using at the time. And it has my parents' address on it.
Why would they do this? You see where I'm coming from? Why? What kind of beef did they have with him? Or was it with you?
It's a
Or
very true statement, Elsie.
you need to make this believable. People just don't go in somewhere and kill somebody for no reason and then let a witness go. That doesn't happen. They've already killed one person. Why not just take care of the other?
Well, yeah.
You know who they are if you're telling me the truth.
Oh, I just added Ninja Spiders.
know.
You might have to refresh your stream.
And I don't believe you either. And I can't. You can't expect me to.
Here's what
I
happened.
want to.
I wasn't planning on going to Travis's house. I was gonna go to Santa Cruz. Well, I wasn't even planning to go to Santa Cruz, I was gonna go to Monterey, but by the time I called Matt, he's like, we're in Santa Cruz, meet us here. And I said, okay. So I went to the red room there, just a little hang
She
out.
planned to go to Santa Cruz quite a
Younger
bit.
kids our age, sort of 20-somethings and 30-somethings. And I stayed the night in Monterey that night. Got up the next morning and visited with Daryl and his son before he went to school. drove, this was Tuesday, the 3rd, and driving to LA, hadn't heard back from Laura yet, but that's what it was. It wasn't until I got to LA where I thought, I was looking at my map, and Utah wasn't really on there, but I mean, Arizona, but because it was to Utah, the MapQuest directions I printed.
During her interrogations and during the investigation, she never admitted to it. She changed her story last minute to "I killed him, but in self-defense," just before the trial, as I understand it to be.
Yeah.
So she, I guess, in theory, admits to it, and she admits to it on the stand, but she claims it was self-defense, but not before the trial. It's always someone else did it, or I wasn't there. Oh wait, I was there. These people broke in and attacked me and Travis and killed him and left me alone and put my driver's license back in my wallet for me. Thank you.
Okay, I just see, like, I've seen The Sopranos, and they're not mafia or anything, but, you know,
They're in the emoji
honestly,
section,
there's part of me
Christine.
inside that thinks they're never gonna come after my family.
Well, from what you're telling me and from what I know about Travis and all his
Morning,
dealings,
Jan.
there's no reason anybody would go after him. Nothing. So what you're telling me about 2 people coming in or however many people come in and taking care of him and letting you go is just so far-fetched. I can't believe it. Why would they do this to him? What were they arguing about? What did they say? Their details.
They didn't say a lot. They were white Americans from what I could tell. They had, what do you call those things? They're like beanies, but they cover your whole face. They
What?
have holes for your nose and your
A mask?
or a mat in your eyes. And one was black. I think they were both black or maybe dark blue or something. Anyway, it wasn't until I was in LA and Laura wasn't getting back to me and it was already like 9 something. I was like, maybe I will just go see Travis briefly. And I called Ryan and said, my phone was about to die. And I tried getting hold of Matt. I got his voicemail. I was going to ask him if my charger was there and if he could save it or mail it or something.
Oh, the part where she does the television interview and says that no jury will convict me. They already played that in trial, didn't they, Nick? That was like day 2 or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I had a wall charger, I think, and I was just going to charge it later, I guess, when I got somewhere. Anyway, I did call Travis and I said, guess what? And he said, what? I said, I'm coming to Arizona tonight. And there was silence, and he goes, really?
Oh, that's when it
And I
was.
said,
Opening
yeah.
statements.
Well, what made you change your mind? And I just said, because I think I just told him I missed him or something. But I would have said, because you're too compelling, but like, he's too.
Well,
already
it's
got
been a
time.
few years. I think we're okay.
So I showed up, and he was watching YouTube on his computer, on his laptop in the office.
Oh.
We watched that for a little while, and he was very happy to see me. Napoleon barked, but he always barks when somebody walks in, and then Napoleon was really happy to see me. He gets so excited, his whole body jiggles. And I just do this thing to his butt where he just kind of push him on the side, and he goes around in circles over and over and over until he realizes, hey, stop putting me in circles. So it was a good reunion. We went, I told him I was tired, I think, because I don't know what his intentions were, or what he thought my intentions were at the time, like, we were going to do anything, but I was very exhausted from the trip, and I just said, look, I think I'm just going to sleep for a little while, and he said, that's fine. So I had slept pretty well the day before, but I was tired from driving all night, so I slept, and he slept, and we must have slept till about 1.
Is that background noise in the trial?
I think so.
Yeah.
No,
This must be.
yeah.
Yeah, that was in the
Yeah.
trial.
Mm.
By the way, Nicholas found the real killer here. Definitely, that is the real killer.
Repo Man. It was Repo Man.
Must have been around then. His roommate was home when I got there. I never see his roommate though.
Hey, Lefty is in the chat.
Lefty. Chat. There you
Okay,
go.
with the T and the okay.
Okay,
Chat.
if you don't believe me, that's okay.
I'm trying to.
I'm just saying that, you know, it sounds to me
Trailer
like,
Park Zorro.
like I'm already in the system, pretty far in. I'm not getting out anytime soon. And as long as the rap falls on me, I think that
It's not good.
That would be a great name for
No,
a
I'm just
wrestler.
saying, I think that as long as that is, there's less of a chance that my little brother is going to be hurt, or my mom, or my dad, or my sister that live there.
Okay, we'll continue with the story.
Anyway,
About 1 o'clock.
yeah, we had sex a couple of times. Once was in his bed, and once was again downstairs in his office. And I don't know what he was looking at. Some pictures that I brought for him. But he has a virus on his computer, so when you click the start menu
Mama
on
Home.
Windows XP.
Good morning, Mother. Welcome to the chat.
Hi, Mrs. Home.
You can usually click on my computer and then go to the disk drive and open. You click the Windows and it would come up, but none of those My This Music computers pictures.
She's a sociopath if you have to ask me to diagnose something of her.
And then his screensaver was a bunch of little bugs eating up
We
the
are not
screen.
licensed psychologists, so we
And
can
he
do
used it, that's
fake
really nice too. I was like, that's a cute.
innuendos on stuff like that. If you are a licensed psychologist and you make a diagnosis on somebody in a trial, then you're breaking the Goldwater rule.
Apparently.
Yeah. And
Screensavers.
for you who doesn't know what the Goldwater rule is, Barry Goldwater in the 70s, I think, was running for president.
Oh, yeah.
And the opposing side hired psychologists and psychiatrists to diagnose him with crazy, senile, everything. And that is when the Board of Psychologists USA or something of the sort made the Goldwater rule. If you're a licensed practicing psychologist or psychiatrist, you are not ethically allowed to diagnose anyone you don't treat.
Yes.
The gold standard. Yeah.
Yeah, and I run into it a lot when I use when I have experts give a preliminary assessment on situations, but
Like, yeah, it's my stupid virus. So for some reason that was frustrating for both of us because we couldn't look at the pictures, and they were from a lot of our church history trips, which are on my other external drive, which I haven't been able to access for long since after Christmas because it just quit, and I just haven't had the money to spend to get all that stuff back.
So you guys worked with that for a while? Or?
Yeah, we had 3 discs, I think. Yeah, 3.
But she have had plenty of time
So
to
what time
practice.
is this now? You guys are messing with the computer.
I don't really remember. It was after we had done
A couple hours or an hour or so later?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Afternoon. I just, he had been cleaning his house. So I wasn't sitting on the couch. Usually I would just chill on the couch downstairs, if no one was home. But he had like chairs and all that stuff all over the couch. He was cleaning the floors or something. Napoleon.
I don't know why my mom's not a member, but she doesn't have to be.
At one point he was going to go up and take a shower, and it took a lot of convincing prior when he was shaving. I was like, I got some ideas, and they didn't turn out good at all, not like I wanted to. But I thought that I could get some cool pictures of him shaving. It's because he does the whole old-fashioned thing with like this little, I don't know how it works. He liked it though, apparently, because he used it for his profile picture on MySpace. so those didn't turn out as good. I was gonna do that again later, but I asked him if I could do pictures in the shower, and he's like, no. I was like, I just have an idea. I have a couple ideas. He's like, well, what do you mean? And I said, I have this, I saw this thing in a Calvin Klein ad once that looked really good. And so he was, you're right, he wasn't very comfortable at first. He's standing there and he's all, I feel gay.
He has that look on his face, though.
So some I deleted and some I kept taking. And some he looked really good. I thought the one that you showed me yesterday of him looking right at you, I think that's a great picture. He hates it. I don't know what he hates about that. I think it's a very good picture.
So you were taking pictures and showing them?
Yeah. He's all, let me see, and showing. His shower door was open, and his water pressure in that shower isn't that great, so it's not like water was going everywhere.
What happened when the last picture was taken?
Don't
He was kneeling down in
admit
the
to
shower.
anything that puts you at the date and time and location of the crime.
If this is his shower and the sink is over here, I was like right here taking pictures. And I don't really know what happened after that exactly, except I think he was shot.
Where were you?
If this is his shower, I'm just sitting here. I was like, if this is his shower, I'm sitting here. I was like right here on my knees, and his bathtub is right here, and I was taking him here. And I was just going through the pictures, and I heard this loud ring. And I don't really remember except Travis was screaming. I think I got knocked out, but I don't think it was that long. I know I got knocked in the head, and I'd gotten knocked in the head once by my dad when he was just really mad. And it wasn't like, actually, he didn't knock me in the head. He just pushed me against the wall, and I hit my head.
She's not confessing. She's saying someone else was there.
I think it was similar because he was screaming, and I was by the bathtub. And he was holding his head, and there were two people there, and
What'd you say?
I remember putting my hand on his back because he was on all four of his knees. He was like on his knees like this, doing something like this or something like, I don't know. And I was like, are you okay? What's going on? What's going on? He's like, go get help, go get help. And I said, okay. And I turned around. There were two people there. One was a guy and one was a girl. I couldn't tell that at first, but you could just see one was a girl, and I assumed the other was a guy because their build, and then their voices.
Can't assume gender, Jodi.
I remember they were wearing like maybe jeans.
I'm not sure.
One was in all black, one was in jeans.
Actually, a really good book is the prosecutor's book that he wrote about this case. I think it's called Conviction. And I've been reading through it, but I'm only halfway through. So I don't know if there were any offers. At least he doesn't talk about them thus far.
Mm-hmm.
But I also wanted to say, Nicholas and I are streaming, dual streaming. I put a link to Nicholas's stream in my chat. I'm going to pin it at the top, actually. And you can go over there, click on it. It'll take you straight to this. You won't miss anything. You can go like and subscribe if you're not already to Nicholas's channel. Help both of us grow simultaneously is the goal. We appreciate it all. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
At some point in the trial, she suggests a plea deal of sorts to avoid the death penalty, I think.
There might have been, but I'm not sure. I don't want to speculate, but she avoided the death penalty anyway, so she got what the plea deal probably would have been offered, because they wouldn't have offered anything other than we'll send you to life without the possibility of parole. We just won't kill you. And that's what she ended up getting. So
Did you say anything?
Yeah, the girl wanted to kill me too.
What did she say?
She's like,
What words did you hear? What phrases?
who is that? Who is that? I thought he was by himself or alone or something. And
what did you clip? What did I say? What was said?
he was like, shut up, just finish it. And Travis was
Thank you,
screaming the
Aris,
whole
for
time.
gifting 5
He wasn't
memberships.
screaming like a girl. He was
You got gifted memberships. Awesome.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Tweety
US
News. Yeah.
John Gordon, C-Ty, Composer C, those are rejoining now, so welcome back. And Rachel Hope, that should be a new one. Welcome,
Yeah.
Rachel. There are members-only content on my channel. There's an important vote going on, and I will do what the vote tells me.
Oh, I also noticed Iris gifted 5 memberships on my channel as well.
Yeah,
John
nice.
H, LC, Bobby Bologna, the real fact checker. Ooh, the real fact checker. Awesome. Welcome. And Rose Ann. If you guys, if you're new members, by the way, and I think most of you guys are new members, check out the membership tab on my YouTube channel. There's a link to the Discord. We do a lot of member stuff in the Discord. And you know, we have movie nights, but we have also extra content for the trials that I cover. And there's some cases that we cover not on YouTube, but on Discord only. So you can check it out and have fun. And if you have any questions or if you have any issues, shoot me an email and we'll help you get in there.
It was just like he was in pain, like he was like shocked, like, oh, you know. He wasn't really moving though. He was just staying kind of still on the floor.
Now what happened?
Well, as soon as he said go get help, I turned around and they were there and
Where were they?
they were in the bathroom.
Where at the bathroom? Not in the
The
hallway
girl
or in the
was-
bathroom?
The girl was in the hallway, kind of.
I want a clarification. Lefty, are you streaming it in my Discord? Are we doing your chick flick movie night in my Discord? That's what I thought, but I didn't want to say it if for some reason you were doing it somewhere else. Nam Top Gun chick flick. Lefty's favorite. I can't remember the name of it. The movie he's streaming. But that'll be Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, right? I believe 8 p.m. Eastern in my Discord.
And the guy,
And the Discord is is under construction for me as well. But there's two very nice people who are constructing it, and I'm just there trying to not be a boomer.
It's exactly my experience with Discord, but I love it now. I still don't know how to actually like construct stuff and do stuff, and Jung is awesome helping me out. Jung
So thank you so much to our fans, I guess. That sounds so weird.
I know, doesn't it? It's really weird.
Yeah, I'm Swedish. I do labor law. That's not having fans. It sounds so strange. I like it, but still have to be accustomed to it.
Yes.
in the bedroom, but like still in the bathroom, like on the tile carpet area, right there where it starts.
Okay.
And
Oh, I hunt and peck all day long, Nunya.
he started
No,
coming in for the
genitals.
bathroom too,
It's
and
not an OnlyFans.
What you do?
That is still one of the best chat name I've ever seen.
Viewers.
What happened, Jody?
Chatters.
Viewer.
I always say chatters. My chat.
Chatter.
The HHH.
The poll is
Oh my
for
God,
members on my
thanks.
channel. On the members on the community tab, there's a members only poll going on.
I prefer Stalker. I backed it up a sec because I wanted to hear what Jodi was crying about. I thought I heard OnlyFans, but it's way too. This is 2008, so there is no such thing as OnlyFans. But I want to know what she was saying.
What did you say?
I took me out like a little bitch.
You took off?
I ran. And he
So two
stopped me
guys,
when-
one woman, one man broke in, shot him,
Stopped
she
you?
ran.
And Travis,
That's where we are.
he was
I believe her.
he was still like conscious and still alive, and
You just left them there.
no, I ran into the closet because like there's two doors and they were sort of in the hallway already,
Oh,
and he
MySpace.
stopped me and
Mm.
he didn't touch me. He was just held the gun to my head, and he was like, "You don't go anywhere." And he told the other girl to finish it. I didn't see, but he was like, I think he was saying a lot, but.
What happened?
He told me to stay there and not to move.
And where was that? In the closet?
No, it was like this. Sorry.
Here, I see.
You make her eyes red that way.
This bedroom. Okay, and then you got the long hallway to this bathroom, the sink. And you have the closet here. And then you have the shower. And then the bathtub right there. And then there's the toilet right there. Okay, this is the sink. Then his bedroom is actually there's a closet door there. His bedroom.
Yes, exactly. And so his closet is like this. So I ran this way because he was walking this way and she was already right here. And then he stopped me here and he said, "Don't move." And Travis was here or somewhere around about, and he left the room for a minute. And I didn't have my stupid phone because it wasn't charged. And Travis's phone was downstairs, and I didn't know his roommates, I didn't think were home at the time. So, like, I was just trying to think if there's any way I could call 911 or call or get out of the house. There's no way out except downstairs. His windows they're 2 stories for one, and they were hard to get to. He had stuff here and blinds and screens and window coverings and from the outside. And
Okay.
I just, she was over him, and I just rushed her and I pushed her, and
There's what?
Travis was bleeding everywhere.
What was she doing to him? Because he'd been shot at this time, right?
Yeah, but he was still alive. He was still conscious even. Like,
Still talking.
Aries, I
he
don't
was
think
talking or
the
saying much, but I
roommates
could tell
were
he
there
was
at the
breathing.
time
He seemed
of
Yeah.
the.
One of them was out of town, and the other one was like doing something. I think I can't remember, but they weren't there at the time. That's what they said. What was I going to say? Oh, what's interesting about this? Someone had commented about why these two are talking that way, speaking to each other this way. So police officers tend to like try to mimic and converse with people in a way that they think is going to get a reaction. So, but Jodi's doing the same thing, and so it's like a cat chasing its own tail. They just kind of keep spiraling down this where they're almost flirting with each other tone because they're both trying to get information from each other. It's really weird to kind of watch.
like he was breathing calmly, I think. He wasn't like, he was just there. I really remember it's such a blur.
Okay. And so you did what now? You pushed her?
She's a little bit bigger than me, not really in size, but height.
And what happened?
Oh, it didn't really deter her.
Did she have any weapons on her at all?
Yeah.
What'd she have?
I thought she was the one with the gun, but maybe she had the gun, but he had a gun. So whether there were two guns or they were one gun, I don't know.
But she's the one who shot him, though, right? She was the one here, and he was back here at the time when you saw them.
I would think so, because, I mean, I don't know, I got hit here somewhere. I don't know. Because when I woke up, he was screaming. And I saw her at this point, like right here, and walking either back. She must have been walking back this way. And I saw him sort of following. And that's when he's like, finished. And then I started running this way, and he stopped me, and he left the room for a couple of minutes.
Why did he leave?
Maybe just, I don't know.
Okay. So
He's
what
like,
happened
"Don't
after?
you
What
know?"
happened after you pushed her?
I got Travis, and he wasn't like standing up really. He wasn't really doing much, and I was trying to get him, and she came back. I got him kind of far, like right here. She came back, and he was starting to just get weaker and weaker. And this guy came back in, and she said that they needed to do me too, because
They wanted to do her
he was
too.
there, and he's like, no, that's not why we're here. Yeah.
I never used Discord until about 2 months ago, Troy. It's a lot of fun. If you remember old 90s chat
He
rooms, that's
had my
kind of what it's
purse.
like.
Which I have on the dresser here prior somewhere.
And what did they do after this? After you guys reached this? Just try to stick with the incident, so I don't know what was going on.
She came after me.
Yes, there is,
Inside.
Brandon, and it hasn't been touched at all. All fake tears.
And she didn't get me.
How was she gonna get you? Did she have a weapon?
She had a knife.
You said she had a gun before.
I don't know if she had a gun. I think, because I am guessing, I know that he had a gun. I don't know if she had a gun or not.
So she was basically the aggressor.
Yeah, unless he took a shot too. I don't know.
But it seems like from what you're telling me, she was the aggressive one and he was the more passive.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely aggression as far as, I mean, I don't know what you define aggression by, but like there was definitely a sternness, and I wasn't.
Yeah, this is me trying to Discord.
That's awesome. Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Farrell, please put Nicholas's face on this.
Oh,
Or at least his hair or something. Oh, that's awesome.
Just free to walk out of there. Like, hey, it's cool, you know, and it wasn't anything.
Hey,
like that.
Eyes, welcome.
Doing that.
hi, Ice.
They had an argument back and forth, and she wanted to kill him, and he didn't.
Why didn't they kill you?
I need to
Just because he
think
said-
He
before
said
I.
that's not what we're here for.
Yeah,
You know, Farrell's always out
Did they
there.
say why they were there?
yeah.
No.
I was not thinking when I was on Jeff's stream with LC and he asked me to take the top off. So now that's clipped.
It was obvious they were there for him. They didn't say why.
So it seemed like they knew him, obviously.
Yeah, but he didn't seem to know them. I mean, he was a little out of it. Plus, they had masks on anyway. But he didn't
Yeah, her stories are very
express
random.
any kind of
And
recognition.
you could tell, just like
Could
Letitia or Amber,
He was
every
able
time
to
there's
say,
a
"Go
new
get
bit of
help."
information, she
Yeah.
goes
And at one
somewhere else
point
with
he
her
said,
story.
"Go to my neighbor's house."
Right?
Oh,
Are you
he
hearing that,
didn't
Freeman?
believe. Yeah, it's like he didn't believe this. Let me try this. And that's, if I will not teach you how to lie, but in negotiations and mitigations, you have to be rehearse yourself for 5, 7, 10 different kind of answers to your proposition, and you have to prepare how you move on from there. You can't just, oh crap, I didn't expect that. I thought he would believe me. Boom, next. No, you have to. There's so much planning before negotiation and mitigation that, yeah, I have my board up and okay, need this, don't need this, need to bring up this, bump, everything planned out.
Yeah, and I don't think Jodi has thought that far out. And she was never diagnosed with something, except she was diagnosed as competent to stand trial.
Yeah.
As far as I know. She wasn't diagnosed with any mental health issues.
Howdy,
Hey.
Real Call Magic. Howdy.
Welcome.
Go to my neighbor's house. Submit a few. There was just no way.
Did
out
you
of
see
it.
them hurt him?
Why did this all of a sudden cut to the witness on the stand? That was a weird choice for
Other than a
TV.
good shot.
She had a knife and I don't know. He was bleeding everywhere. It was like when she rushed me afterward.
Yeah, but
when
those
she came back, I rushed her, but
those
she kept
didn't
came
work.
back at me.
Or those other women.
Why didn't you?
Travis and I were right about here, maybe? I don't know. Halfway. I don't know. And there was a little bit of a struggle with her and I. I was so scared. I'm not a person who fights. I'm not a person who knows really about self-defense. I took some classes once, but it was like 8 years ago and I've never been consistent with it.
I don't know why they have toilet paper on the table.
So I wasn't sure. I just knew I had to hold on to her hands because she had a knife.
What hand does she have it in?
She had it in this hand, but her right, I guess. So
Right. What happened? So you didn't see her hurt him anymore. He was just bleeding. Where did he end up?
When I tried getting him here, he said, "Go get help." And when I came back this way, pushed her, and he said, go to my neighbors, go to my neighbors. And I wasn't like, no, but I wasn't gonna leave. If I couldn't leave without him, I was trying. I felt stupid already for trying to run this way. I was gonna go to a phone. And he was like, I just said, come on. You know, he was naked, but I didn't care. Just come on. And he's like, I can't. I said, come on. He's like, I can't feel my legs. And they wouldn't let me be by him.
Were you clothed at that time, or were you also nude?
Yeah, I was clothed.
Those the pants that I showed you the other day on that camera?
I don't think I have pants like that. I don't know. I've got a lot of clothes. I'm trying to remember the clothes that I took to that trip. I do have another pair of striped pants, and they're gray though with a black stripe. I don't think they were those. I don't know.
Okay. So what happened after that?
Um,
They had a conversation about killing you two, and then they decided not to.
she
Go from
really,
that
really,
point.
really wanted to.
What happened then?
From there, they were.
Yeah, in
I
order
was
to be
here, like,
convincing with
his
her lies,
car
she has to
was
sprinkle some
all
truth in.
he was here.
So
Mm.
who was it that actually had the knife and did the stabby? It was a woman, because that's the truth, right? Although she's not identifying herself. It's very interesting how she comes up with these lies.
Was right about here, and I had to stay here. And I was calling his name, and they were like, "Shut the hell up." And I was just, I don't know if I was crying. It was all just like, it was so weird. He was going through my purse, and he pulled out my wallet, and he just took some cash. I had, though, my cash stashed in the jeans I had worn, like a good chunk of it, not like $80, stashed in 420s in the back of my jeans.
Baker's in the
pockets,
chat.
which were in my backpack. But I had some cash in here, not all of it, though. So he took that, and
And what happened?
he was.
What was she doing?
She was like right here at that time.
Doing what?
He's
over here taking stuff from your wallet, from your purse. You're here. She's down the hall.
She wasn't far. It's not a far distance. There was part of me, I think, that was just, I was sitting and I was just like, I didn't know what to say. Would you beg for your life? Do you say, who are you guys? I'm powerless because I don't have any way to stop them. They were just more powerful.
Well, continue
So
on.
I
So once he
figured-
took stuff from there, what did he do?
She was, I don't know what she was doing, but she was arguing with him, talking with him and saying,
What were they saying?
she's like, it wasn't like super yelling, it was kind of like hushed but
Mhm.
intense, like, you need to da-da-da, shut up, it's not over here, things like that. And he grabbed my wallet and he was looking through it. He just took the cash, put it in his pocket. He got my registration out of my wallet, and he said,
Why the registration? Why getting the registration out of the wallet?
What do you say?
"You must be that bitch from California." And he was going like this with my registration, and he said, "If you ever say anything about this."
Yeah, if you guys are new to this trial, so basically both Travis, the one who's dead, and Jodi, Travis was a Mormon. Jodi met him. She converted to Mormonism. And then they started doing the dirty, but he wouldn't bring her around. He was essentially just using her as a toy. And, but she wanted to be more serious. He said no. They broke up. Then they were back together again. Then they broke up. And then he started trying to date a good Mormon woman, took a woman on or was planning on taking her on vacation. Jodi apparently got jealous, showed up out of the blue. They re-engaged in activities, apparently, because why not? And then she stabbed him. That's about it. Oh, and took pictures of it while she was doing it, accidentally. And that's what got her busted.
Yeah. She left the camera in the washing machine.
He said they'll do
It's so dumb.
feel
So
like
dumb.
they
All the
were
planning she had, she
things
got
that-
like gas cans so that she didn't have to purchase gas in Arizona, and no one would know she was there. No witnesses saw her. No witnesses saw her car. She left the freaking camera behind.
me, and I didn't care so
That's
much
the
about me
craziest
at that
thing.
point.
Mm.
He said, "You need to leave, and don't you call anybody, and don't you say anything, and don't you act like anything happened." He's all, "I'm giving you one chance."
You want to
She
put
said
a
she's
poll of
gonna
guilty?
wrap
I'll
us
put a
She's
poll
gonna
up.
say something, and he was like, "Shut up." He was like, "You get one chance."
Is that when you left?
So leave now. And part of me didn't want to leave. Travis was still alive. He was still, he wasn't moving a lot, but he was still alive. I could see that he was still.
Did you leave at that point?
I left the room.
And where
And
did you go?
I went downstairs, but I didn't have all my clothes.
What did you leave there?
Well, Travis said I had some stuff there. I didn't see what it was. He said it was in his closet. So they were clothes of mine.
I made a poll too. Guilty, not guilty. Salvador can save her. Baker can save her.
All I had was my purse and my backpack.
I didn't go that
I
route. I
left
got guilty,
those,
not guilty, or too soon to
and-
tell yet.
And I went outside.
At the moment, after
And what'd you do?
a few seconds, it's a toss-up between guilty and Salvador can save her.
I just wanted to get help. He told me that if I didn't say anything, then I wouldn't even live to regret it, but that I would regret it.
Too soon to tell yet and guilty are equal right now.
No idea why they did this to him. You have to know something about it.
Trying to think what else was said.
Anything that clicked in your mind. Because why would anybody do this to him? He does nothing but help people. Everybody likes him. Doesn't owe people money. No people like that anyway.
No.
He doesn't get involved in things he's not supposed to get involved in. He doesn't do drugs.
Well,
Doesn't seem
most
like a robbery.
of her ex-boyfriends are alive.
I was wondering if they took my stuff
right.
to make it look that way, and he told me to leave.
Salvador was very upset to learn that conjugal visits are not a thing in Arizona, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He was even more upset when he learned that she has a boyfriend, apparently, somehow. But Salvador could definitely save her.
And, you know,
Yeah, her current
Travis
boyfriend's
said
still
he was
alive.
scratching his wallet.
So you didn't see what happened to him then?
I just saw that.
Did you get hurt at all? You said you were fighting with her.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Everyone knows you don't go full Mormon.
Let me see.
You actually can't see it. If you look at
Mormons don't drink
My finger isn't the
coffee.
same
And
now.
okay.
I was
Let me see. Where did it get cut?
conveniently it was right on the crease.
Right there on the
Coffee,
crease?
beer,
Can you see?
and
What's on
bacon.
purple color, I
This
guess?
one.
If your religion excludes those three, I can't join.
Yeah. No, I'm out. Sorry. Coffee, bacon, alcohol.
Oh, there's a vein on this one, maybe. No.
Is this one here?
Yeah.
So a slice there.
Yeah.
Just a small one? Or was it pretty deep?
I don't know how deep it was, but my finger hurt for a while.
Okay, so like right in that crease that you. Right.
I agree that was her primary motive.
Not my
John
middle
as well.
finger.
I never
This
watched
one a
the trial.
little,
This is my
but
first
not
time
as much.
watching the
This is where
trial.
it really went. I don't know how it happened that all these other fingers were missed, but this one, I don't know. this one, like I still can't close this finger all the way. It's as close as it goes. Whereas this one goes like that. Also, my CTR ring used to fit both fingers, and I can't get it on this
Yeah,
finger.
but
So that's not pretty deep then.
yeah, you
I
heard
guess if you feel it squeeze it, it just feels like bone.
unintentional joke.
That was bad.
That was,
That
That was
was
really
really
bad.
bad. It's right on this finger, and it used to slide right in off this finger, and I just can't fit a ring on here.
Okay.
It's a bigger size now.
What is she talking about right now?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure she scratches me a lot.
So when you were told to leave, you left?
She has a knife. She's attacking and killing Travis, but I'm pretty sure she scratched my arm. Okay.
In the car and drove away?
I
Yes,
always
because
have my shoes,
ninjas are very
once in a
famous
while, have a little
for
clip on
leaving
them. And I do
live
that because I'm
witnesses.
very, very spacey.
Did you see any of the cars in the driveway?
You were
or
a
on the
little
street?
low. I bumped up your volume. Let me know.
Oh, thank you.
No, not that I. not
I don't
that
know if I'm
really-
low.
I don't think his roommate's around.
And you just left. You didn't run to the neighbors. You didn't try calling. You knew they were in his house. You had time to run to the neighbor. Why didn't you do that?
I was really scared. I was really freaked out of my
Yes.
mind.
2 ninjas, 1 boy, 1 girl, wearing black or blue ski masks.
I don't believe you. I came in here hoping that you would tell me the truth. And this is not the truth, Jodi.
This is all I know.
Does not make any sense. It does not make any sense.
That's all I know.
Nothing changes for me.
I didn't think it would. I feel responsible because I feel that I could have done more. I feel that I should have gotten help. I feel that I should have been stronger.
You feel responsible because you did this.
I did not kill
Jodi, you
Travis.
did. You did. And there's nothing you can say that'll change my mind at this point. This is an elaborate story which does not make any sense. Two people come in, first 2 white males, and then later you change it to.
No, I don't think I ever said what.
Yes, you did.
When?
At the beginning of the story.
Oh, it was
And
one.
then you change it, oh no, one's a female.
It was female the whole time. I said I wasn't sure at first, but you could tell by their build.
She knows because she has a story written down in her jail cell.
It doesn't make any sense to me. And there's no reason anybody would go after him. There's nothing in his past, nothing in his, at that time that he was going through that would cause somebody to do that to him. And the fact that they
I
left
feel like
you
the air
alive
conditioner
to let
turns
you
on
go,
every once in a while in that
that
room.
never happens. Why would anybody do that? Why would somebody risk the chance of getting caught? Just letting you run out the front door when they're upstairs in this house, killing somebody, knowing that you could just run across the street and tell somebody. It doesn't make any sense. Does it make any sense to you? It doesn't, does it?
No, they argued about it. It doesn't make sense. I thought for sure I was dead.
I was hoping that you were going to be completely truthful with me today. Obviously, that's not the case. I know you were there. I know you had some situation go on with him that got out of control. And the cut that you're showing me there, it's pretty obvious how that happened. I've seen that before. That happens when a knife slips through someone's hand because of blood. It's slippery and it cuts. That's what that is. I've done this for a long time. And this is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard. And it's not going to help you. Is that how you want to leave this?
I still want my family to get hurt.
Your family will not get hurt. They will not get hurt. The way you're hurting your family is by not coming forward and telling them the truth. There is a reason why you did this, and you just refuse to tell me why. Maybe because you are cold and calculating.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take the evening recess at this time. Please remember the admonition tomorrow
I don't know if
morning
there's any
and
argument or anything.
starting tomorrow and every
After
day
this.
that you come to court, I'm going to ask them and bring you 2 pages from your transcript.
Just with regard to exhibit 381 that we were playing, I would like to be pull it out that and going to the beginning. So I'm also going to leave the DVD player on, if that's okay.
So starting day 8, we're going to get more of this interrogation.
Well, this was just the afternoon break, wasn't it?
No, that was evening break. We are done with
Okay,
day
evening
7.
break. Yep. Okay.
No,
It's
I
5
don't-
p.m. there. You can see it in the clock.
She said, I just don't want my family to get hurt, and then the detective responded, your family will not get hurt. That's what it
All right, you can leave it there. The machine will be turned off. I don't know if that will make a difference, but the power will go off at some. All right, see you tomorrow.
All right. That's
All
it.
right. Day 7 is done.
Day 7 is done. A lot of interrogation videos. We got the ninjas finally. We knew those were coming. Jodi's stories. Jodi and her stories.
Yeah, and I have a strong feeling there will be more stories.
Yeah, the jury was not sequestered. They were allowed to go home. The only jury that's really was sequestered was OJ. Most juries are not sequestered. Maybe sometimes during deliberation, but not necessarily during the trial. Brought to you by Sherman. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, this interrogation is brought to you by Sherman. Yeah, all right. So her stories are getting fun and interesting. I don't think she ever goes to the self-defense during the interrogation. She sticks with the ninja story. First a man and a man, then a man and a woman. Yeah. So anyway, it was very interesting. Yeah, we'll remove Jodi's legs. So next week we have day 8.
Yeah.
Which sounds like more interrogation videos.
Yep. And Tuesday, on Thursday I started a new trial to cover. The Arizona again. Arizona versus Michael Turney about the missing sister murder trial, where the stepfather is accused of ending his stepdaughter. She has been missing since 2001. And
strange case.
Really strange case. Day 1 was opening statements. I was not impressed by the prosecution. And the defense opening statement was better. And then the state brought in the first witness, who was a friend of the family, and then the sister of the missing sister, Sarah. And it's thanks to Sarah this trial even happened.
Yes.
Because she started a podcast in 2019. And the amount of attention more or less made the prosecution have no choice but to go to trial. But so far I'm not impressed. So this will continue on Monday. I think they said Thursday that it would continue 10 a.m. Arizona time. So I will start the coverage 9 a.m. Arizona, 9 or 9:30 Arizona time.
And that should be then 11-ish Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
11 or even 11. And but so that will go on the rest of the week. The trial will be up until the 20th. So it's a fairly long trial. And he's accused, or he's charged with second-degree murder. And but then Tuesday, at noon Michigan time, 6 p.m. Swedish time, I break for Jodi Arias, and we do an hour and a half of Jodi Arias, and then I will go back to that trial.
Yeah, I love that we get to break up our streams on Tuesdays, like if we're covering live trials, and we just like whatever we're doing, we're going to stop and do Jodi. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
And because we do have a good bunch of people who tune in every Tuesday and Saturday to watch Jodi Arias. So it's a daytime TV of sorts for people who like older classical trials, interesting trials that have, and also I think it can be a lesson for the people who watch the Michael Turney trial to see, oh, this is the kind of evidence you need in a murder trial. And then we go back to continue watching the Michael Turney case.
Let's see here. Yeah, no, I like it a lot. And yeah, it is like daytime TV. It's like old school daytime TV. I love it. No, that's very cool. And then tomorrow you're doing Serial Killer Sunday still?
Serial Killer Sunday. I will set up the stream once we're done here. Hopefully I can get Flux on tomorrow. She couldn't last week because of reasons. You have to ask her for that, but she had family issues that prevented her from joining.
Stopping everything and doing Jodi wasn't a good idea for Travis. Yes, I agree. It was a bad decision for him. Yes.
Yeah, that was prioritize other things than the three-hole wonder.
Yes, I love. Oh, Malcolm too. I love when we stop everything and do Jodi. Yes.
Jude, the Serial Killer Sunday, it will start at 8 p.m. my time. That is 2 p.m. Michigan time, noon Arizona time, I believe.
Yep.
Something of that sort.
Yep.
Arizona is weird. It has 2 time zones. So
it depends on where you are, I guess. Yeah, in Arizona. Yeah, so that's always fun. You got Dahmer going on. I want to pull this up too. Remember, if you are a new member or if you've been a member for a while, I want to remind you that Lefty's Feminine Positive Film Sunday night stream is in my Discord, 8 p.m. You go click on the watch party. I can't remember the name of the movie, and he's not telling us. It's now a surprise, but it's his favorite chick flick. We're going to be streaming in Discord, so that's members only. If you are a new member and you have a hard time getting into my Discord, just shoot me an email. Let me know. We will get you there.
Yeah, and I have a link to my Discord in my members only area on my channel. I don't know how to Discord. I'm not sure how good the other moderators are at Discord. So if you have experience with actual, like for instance, to actually join David's Discord, I think they have to answer questions. Who are you on YouTube so we can verify?
I should say that, yeah, when you do join mine, we want to make sure if your Discord name is different than your YouTube name, drop your YouTube name as soon as you get in there so that we can match it up with our membership list, because it is members only. So we want to, it's a benefit to being a member. We don't want to let anybody in. So just let us know what your YouTube name is.
Yeah. And same goes with my Discord. I see there are a bunch of them showing up now. So, but just general rules in my Discord: be polite, don't post things that can get me in trouble, please, because yeah.
My rules are different. My rules are simply be nice to each other. You post whatever the hell you want, just be nice to each other.
Yeah, it's more don't be a jerk, because back in the 90s, I was a moderator for an old Swedish forum, and so I know what my standards are. But I don't want to run my Discord because I don't know. I would prefer if
You can put all the Bobs you
constant, yeah, constant members ran it. So it's a fans only, not an OnlyFans, a fans only Discord.
I like that. I like that. Yes, let's be clear. It's a fans only, not OnlyFans. Although Jamie has her OnlyFans channel although there's no pictures of Jamie in there. But
No,
yeah,
there are interesting photoshops of David.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are.
Oh.
My head is on a lot of different things in my Discord, thanks to Farrell.
Yeah. And thank you, Pleb, for becoming a member. Thank you, Pleb. Pleb Life.
Yes, new member. Awesome.
Mm.
So we will leave you with that. Oh, tonight I'm going to be on the expert stream, so keep an eye out for that. Sunday I might do something in between everybody else. If you are on my channel, you guys are going to be redirected to Salvador Dali's stream.
I have
with
to. Yeah, I have to do a redirect to Sal's channel from my and to hold on before you.
You'd be in real trouble.
Redirect.
I love it all. I love all the Photoshop stuff in Discord. It's amazing. I don't know. I have a good. I'll do it to myself. I started by doing Jamie, and then all of a sudden they started coming my way, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and poor Sal is waiting for us to shut up and get on with it, so he can start his. Sal, start your stream so people can pop in and do the Viking raid and David raid and stuff like that. So get on with it. Yes,
all right.
Get on with it. Yeah.
All right. We're going to do a little short video, and then we'll send you guys all over to Salvador. And until next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday at noon, when once again it will be Jodi Day. Take care.
Yay.
State of Arizona versus Jodi Arias, verdict, count 1. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action upon our oaths, do find the defendant as to count 1, first-degree murder.